extremely tetchy trauma geyser is fizzing as an obfusc voodoo brew beneath a serene, graceful surface. Yet more of my unruly lifetime's stymied debris to excavate from the Aberdonian soul-stirring slime pit and perspicuously express. My psyche's Patagonian mosquito has landed. Drilling for blood, it pierces my soul as a psychotic maniac with a rubiginous syringe. Deep within my subconscious Neversinian archives, there resides a jagged dike chard. I must extract this parlous psychological artifact succinctly as a piece of intricately miniated hydria and circumspectly inspect it. My glyptic wisdom will scroll poetically into cryptic diction, ornate as exquisite mesorelego. These curious, iconic epics will evolve into abstruse chronological, psychological dossiers, then filed in an historic confessional elegy library. I am the Harridan, a psychagogue, molting my pneuma's tedious onus by boundlessly fly-tipping versified ire as eclaircissemental offerings to volumes of personally quirky poetry books. My Bragian internal brouhaha will be the theme of lengthy deliberation and criticism. My radical Calliopean cries will spangulize and liberalize diatribes. I sense an epic minacious monster creeping out from dank cobwebs in a derelict crypt. Sunless recesses of my essence are melancholy potholes, muskegs swollen with cognitive sewage. As a thaumaturgist, I transform intricate transference into fascinating, spiritually visual symbols and phenomenal, refined Tyrian lines. I am prancing verbosely into a new arena of hearts and minds. The Alexander technique filched out stout psychotherapeutic rats a few years back, squealing and mincing frantically through my emotional bilge pump, leaping out via my drainpipe epiglottis. I will cast more vermin out, poisoning them for good this time. An evil-eyed demon, the psycho, a demented artist with a flip knife, gun and hydrophidae, sculpted me 20 years ago into an intensely wise woman. Adam rises to consciousness in a blazing vision. He switches elements and dimensions. This devilish black rose-act reaction triggers an odious Triparian oil slick. On the rumbling genesis of a tumultuous sentimental tempest, my psyche's trireme will carry me through Acheron to a symbolic rivage. With irregular cerebral outpourings, I will share my technical peak experiences and psychodynamics as a psychiatric travel guide on a scenic oceanic undulation. I must journey beyond the intrepid war of ghosts as a bard revered. Prophetic higher realms tell me, when I alight from my trireme, a shaman's giant snowy owl will swoop and ululate. It will encircle the whirlwind of my mind as an unruly noctivagant poltergeist. Then it will perch before me, a surreal, sagacious counsel, eagerly propounding more psychologically sullied evidence to close this tragic Gnostic case. This Harridan will suspire fire, illuminating the grimy, insipid sea with flaming waves in a Magritte masterpiece. An overzealous Armageddon will manifest. Orugulous, intrusive psychopaths will challenge me. However, I see through their veil of convivial sincerity. Man will continually try to sporadically employ supremacy over me. Freud's vampire sucking at my unrepentant Lorelei ego. Beyond the shore, as fate would have it, there is yet another war zone. I crawl, weary as a solitary soldier, digging my way forward with mud-encrusted elbows. I surreptitiously search for a symbolic Aurelian to steal from a battlement and enter my Trophonian poet trench. As a tactical manoeuvre, I divert from a putative, ruthless plutocrat, refusing to squirm at his material behest. I develop a new elegiac geostrategy and Lokian persona, carefully establishing fresh munitions and maskirovka. I transcribe in my spiritual journal as a fully fledged, accomplished pace setter, a hardcore polymillion graph-realist in my confessional poetic foreign legion. I flex my newly acquired versified ligaments as a lurid lynx brakes on heat. I am a slick lexicographer with insurgent tongue and lissome feet. As Megara, I am now a poetic gladiator, opposing the literati megalomaniacs, fighting introspectively for a place on the pellucid world page, in diffusion of responsibility. My perilous Russian muse ignites my riotous heart. Vladimir demands a forward march, plucking the pristine mnemonic strings on my allegorical Pyrrhic victory harp. A fusion of instincts with Mayakovsky incites my spirit. To poetic battle, he cries. I am ready for battle, I reply. Insane as a queen, I behead superfluous dickheads, striking off Dr. Death, the subordinate Acephalite, for gross plagiarising and punctuated negligence. My calm cranium looms as a gesticulating revolutionary ghost from a well-mourned tomb. Where are the rivals? They dissemble as if to trick the old dog, but I have learned new tricks. This Harridan, propelled by dignified furore, will take an unexpected route. Ancillary enemies have to be content with following suit. Their white flags sway as slow-motion geishas, far, far away. As I rise, a dazzling Dionysian apparition from the Melpomenian ashes of time, as the intellectual hellcat, a poetic hero extraordinaire, the syntactic pyromaniac, with a jugular full of flares.